Good day, everyone. Today, we're going to learn about industry analysis. In a book published by the Development Academy of the Philippines, How to Prepare Project Feasibility Studies, it includes an industry analysis of the following important factors. Industry analysis is a process of examining and evaluating the operation and performance of an industry, including its competitors, marketing trends, and major players, to identify potential opportunities and threats. The objectivity of industry analysis is to gain a better understanding of the market dynamic and key factors that may affect or have an impact in the industry's growth and profitability, such as economic conditions, changing consumers' preferences, regulatory policies, and emerging technologies. It also involves forecasting future trends and assessing the industry's attractiveness for investment or entry. Industry analysis is useful for businesses, investors, and policymakers to make informed decisions about their strategies and policies. And now, let's try to find out how to prepare project feasibility studies. It includes an industry analysis of the following important factors. It's important to know who are the major businesses in the industry. Are their location close to your proposed business? Have they been long existing or still new entrants? Well, this is the first factor in industry analysis, which is the competition. Competition in industry analysis refers to the degree of rivalry among the existing companies in an industry. It is an important aspect of industry analysis as it affects the profitability and growth prospects of companies operating in the industry. Factors that influence the level of competition in an industry includes the number and size of competitors, market shares, pricing strategies, product differentiations, barriers to entry, and the availability of substitutes. In addition to that, industry analysts evaluate the competitive landscape to identify opportunities and threats for companies operating in the market. So guys, it is very important that you know your competitor and be ready for them. Your aim is to win their customers, convince them to buy from you instead, and remain as loyal customers. So the next in line is the customers. Customers in industry analysis refers to the individuals or groups who purchase goods or services from specific industry. The analysis of customers involves studying their demographics, preferences, buying behavior, and patterns. Understanding the needs and behavior of customers is important for businesses to develop effective strategies to attract and retain customers, improve the products or services, and gain a competitive advantage in the market. So guys, dapat pala natin malaman kung who exactly will buy your products, what income groups, what age bracket, and what gender, what career group, what type of people will you cater to based on their preferences, lifestyle, and buying habits, because in customers analysis is a crucial part as it helps businesses to better understanding their target markets and make informed decision on product development, pricing, distribution, and market strategies. The third one in the factors is the suppliers. Every retail business needs suppliers from whom one can source raw materials, intermediate products, or even the finished goods one intends to resell. A business may need one or more suppliers. It is important to develop suppliers who are reliable in terms of the quality of what they supply and their dependability in coming up with the things you order from them. With the modern technology, one can easily go online and shop for suppliers, look at the reviews made by the other retailers to determine who the reliable ones are. The yellow page of the telephone directories are also a good source of suppliers, stores, and names. The person intending to put up a business must ask around for prices in order to be more competitive with other sellers in the market. Another alternative is to buy from distributors. They are wholesalers or brokers who buy in big quantities from manufacturers, add a markup to their purchase price, and sell to retailers. Their prices are higher, but they can sell in small quantities, which the manufacturers would not normally do. A third source of goods is through import. Some businessmen go to nearby countries to buy their goods or raw material there. This is advisable if the prices abroad are relatively cheaper and no heavy import duties will raise the prices and make the goods less competitive in the country and when transport costs are not excessive. It is important to maintain good relationships with one suppliers. They are the key to continue access to good and to raw materials that will be needed for the business. And lastly is the substitution. In industry analysis, substitute refers to the product or services that can be used in place of another product or service. These substitutes are often seen as competitors to the original product or service as they provide similar benefits or solutions. The availability and affordability of substitutes can have a significant impact on the demand for a particular product or service, as consumers may choose to switch to a substitute if it offers a better value proposition. Understanding the availability and competitiveness of substitutes is an important aspect of industry analysis as it helps businesses identify potential threats and opportunities within the market.
Substitute are goods that can be used in place of another. So this is goods that may even if partly satisfy the same needs of a consumer, such as the consumer may use one instead of another. So a very good example of substitute products are the margarine and the butter. So the margarine and the butter and also the wet bread to a white bread. So there are some goods that is closely substitute while others are not.
A guide to industry analysis. An industry analysis guide is developed by North Carolina Small Business and Technology Development Center, or SBTDC, can help in making an analysis of one's business industry. The first one is geographic area. Identify the area, whether local, regional, nationwide, or international. Those states in which the company or any of its subsidiaries conducts business or in which its product are being sold or marketed at the time of termination of executive's employment. You can geographically segment a market by area such as cities, countries, regions, and international regions. You can also break a market down into rural, suburban, and urban areas. The second one is industry as the size. An industry size business plan is necessary for budgeting and marketing, especially for those who will seek third-party financing. Most venture capitalists want to know the potential size of the market for the businesses they're investing in. Ultimately, the size of the potential market for the products or services your business is offering determines the value of your businesses, and to most venture capitalists, the larger the market, the better.
Product. Describe the product as to physical attribute, characteristics, and its uses. The physical attribute of product can be physical such as the size, shape, or color of the product. For example, Coke. Size of Coke can be 18.8 centimeter height. Shape of Coke is the one of the most famous shape in the world. It is the iconic contour flatted line. Color of Coke can be red. The characteristic of Coke is the furious form of carbon. It is black, porous, and tough as a substance. The uses of Coke commonly used as a fuel for fires, for seises, and blacksmithing. Buyers. Describe target customer as to age, income group, geographical location, and occupation. Include consumer demographics such as population, household size, sex, race, ethnicity, family status, housing status, etc. May also include psychographics such as lifestyle information, taste, preference, and buying habits. Example sa kaning describe target customer. Kana example, children's toys may have also boys ages 9 to 11. 9 to 11 as the target ages. Yeah. Income group. A group of people can earn the same or similar amounts of money. Geographical location. A place's absolute location is its exact place on Earth, often given in terms of latitude and longitude. For example, the Empire State Building is located at 40.7 degrees north latitude, 74 degrees west longitude.
Next is the regulatory environment. Should include government laws and regulation that applies to the business. The regulatory environment is a critical factor in industry analysis as it has a significant impact on the operations, profitability, and sustainability of businesses. Regulation and laws govern the conduct of businesses, including pricing, quality standards, safety, and environmental practices, among others. Understanding the regulatory environment is essential as it affects companies' competitive landscape, market entry and exit barriers, and overall performances. Changes in the regulatory environment may create new opportunities or pose significant threat for businesses in a particular industry. Company information. You should make a list of the most successful businesses in the industry because having a deep understanding of companies' financials, performances, metrics, market shares, customers base, and industry relationship gives a clear picture of its position in the industry and help investors and analysts to make informed decisions about investment opportunities. It enables them to identify potential challenges that may arise and better assess the level of risk associated with investing in the industry. In short, company information is one of the most important aspects of industry analysis as it is crucial for any investors or analysts to have access to accurate and up-to-date data in order to make sound investment and business decisions.
So hi everyone, it's me, Lovely Parangan, your classmate. So, I'm here to discuss to you about the 7 factors, which is a brief history of the industry. So, when it started and how it developed. This process in Britain in 18th century, and from there's a spread of other parts of the world, although Used earlier by French writer, the term Industrial Revolution was first popularized by the English economic historian Arnold Toynbee, that was on 1852 to 1883, to describe the Britain economic development from 1760 to 1840. Since Toynbee's time, the term has been more broadly applied as a process of economic transformation than as a period of time in a particular setting. So, the 8 factors that affect of the industry, such as migration of population from rural to urban area. Speaking of migration, it is referred to the number of migrant, those people who changing their residence to or from a given area. During a given time period, it is consists only in a 1 year. So this factor, opportunities aside as the most common pull factors associated with rural to urban migration: poverty, food insecurity, and lack of opportunities in rural areas are consequence of an economic development and push people to urban where development has been greater. So the best example of this factor is the population growth in China major cities. So why? So it is because rural residents have been leaving the countryside for the increased opportunities that China's cities offer, and as a result of this is that the country's population concentration has been shifting from rural urban.
Trends in sales over recent years show actual sales in the industry over the past 5 years. So what is sales in trends? Sales trends is a methodology to understand sales results which helps in understanding the trends of the market over the specific period of time. Sales results are indicated of the sales patterns followed by the customer over time period. The time period can be short, average, or long. Additionally, trends analysis is to find pattern in data such as ups and downs. A trend is an upward or downwards shift in a data set over time. So next is the current operational management trends within the industry, which are standards practices prevalent among the firms. For example, a key trend in operation management for 2022 is automation. Not only does it make life easier for frontline managers, but it makes workers happier. Studies have found 74% of employees in the most automated companies say automation improves job satisfaction.
The types of marketing strategies prevalent within the industry. There are 2 main types of marketing strategies. There are business-to-business marketing, business-to-consumer marketing. And business-to-business, a business that manufactures products, services, or software sells to another business that can use them as raw materials. Retailers selling to wholesalers are one of the business-to-business examples. A company that produces and sells automobile parts is also part of business-to-business sales. Competitor. Competitors are other businesses who can offer the same or similar goods and services to your customers. These are businesses offering similar products or services in the same market. They also vie for the same customer base. Some famous examples of direct competitors include Apple versus Android,
Pepsi versus Coca-Cola, and Netflix versus Hulu.
That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from our report. Once again, I am John Gerald Planas from Group 3 Report.